the past is just punk rock politics. Long story short, I lost my phone at Camp Punksylvania 2026 in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, which the grounds are owned by the West End Fairgrounds Association. When we were there until Monday afternoon, looking desperately for my phone as it started to rain, it was hard to find anybody from the West End Fairgrounds Association, and I thought I sent an email to one of the organizers and founders of the event, but it turns out it did not go through, unfortunately. So I thought they were aware, but they were not aware. So this thing is, it's not completely hopeless. My phone pinged and find my phone late Sunday night, right before midnight. At the what people that went to the festival might think of as the shadow stage, or for people that notice, it's really the Everett building. You know, for all intents and purposes, like the official name of the building. It was by the front of the festival, and it was located like at the corner of that building. So I was in and out of every feasible building I had access to, which was most of them, if not all of them. And I really need my phone for a million reasons. One of the reasons I need the phone is because there's a lot of special, unique recordings that only I got of independent local artists from mostly, not always, but mostly from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Some were from Minnesota, some were from all over. I can't keep track of all of it. I had important interviews on that phone with artists that deserve, to make a living and to support themselves and or their families and beyond. And they are the kind of people that would absolutely use any notoriety to do so. So I can't get in touch with anybody at the West End Fairgrounds Association. I'm asking you to help with that. So maybe you could reach out, share on social media, share in the punk rock community in general, share in the Connecticut punk rock community, the Long Island punk rock community, the New York City punk rock community, all the boroughs like Manhattan, Staten Island, the Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. The New Jersey punk rock community, different areas of New Jersey's punk rock community, the Pennsylvania punk rock community, of course, the Gilbert, Pennsylvania punk rock community, the Poconos, because it's very close by, the Poconos, Pennsylvania punk rock community, the regular Poconos community, the regular Gilbert, Pennsylvania community. So if you share in Facebook groups, or especially if you have a presence there and people see and listen and respond to your posts, it'd be very grateful. I thought I sent an email again to somebody that was involved in getting me a press pass, and was super gracious. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and all the volunteers and nonprofits and vendors that were there helping people, and giving affordable prices for the most part, to people to get some memorabilia, some merch from some of these amazing bands, and just to have a good time. So I need people to reach out to the West End Fair Association, because I can't seem to get in touch with them. They still haven't responded to my email from yesterday. They still haven't returned my phone call from yesterday. And when we were there, even though it was, between 9 a.m. all the way to 1:30 p.m. while we were still there, or something like that. Maybe it was like 1 o'clock p.m. or 12:30. I don't even know. This is a crazy set of circumstances. We're scrambling, me and my father and others, to try to find my phone. It was a wild time. It was one of the best things I was ever involved with, but there was a lot of complications I had with technology, weather, location, that impacted me having to do a lot more that was physically and mentally draining, in order to try to bring you as much content as I could, my followers, and not just for you guys, not just for me and my benefit, but for the benefit of Camp Punksylvania 2026 and the entire organization, all the volunteers and staff and people involved in founding this amazing event, and also just all the musicians that were involved, trying to bring you as much, because the sound engineers, anybody who had anything to do with the sound there deserves like an all-time best sound for any festival award, because I've been to a lot of music festivals and I've never heard such a consistent, amazing sound, and I've also never heard such a good, consistent, amazing performance from so many different bands. So for the bands that had their own engineers but were helped out by the people at Camp Punksylvania, or the ones that were just Camp Punksylvania, or any other organizations and groups that had anything to do with the sound, big round of applause. But I need help finding my phone. Please help Punk Rock Politics 911 find his phone and get it back. It's so locked, like by extremely like top of the world text that nobody's getting into it. I don't care how or where it is or who has it and why. I will offer a reward for the phone. I don't give a crap, why you have it. I mean, I was so exhausted. I honestly mean this. Somebody could have my phone and think that I thought they stole it, but really kept it and meant to give it to somebody and ended up just passing out and just forgetting about it and going home. And I mean it genuinely, because I was losing my mind trying to do all this stuff, and it was just kind of a never-ending festival. There was campfires that went on until anywhere between 5 to 9 a.m. in the morning, and then the music started again, depending. Some bands had pop-ups at 11, 12, or 1. So it was just a never-ending, all-day, all-night festival, and I was trying to bring everything. It was my first press pass. I wanted to show that I'm serious about this stuff. It was also, a very important event for the punk rock community, for people in general, for people that are fighting against this regime that's currently in power, and even the previous regimes that led to this, and fighting for real democracy and justice for the masses. It's just really important that I get this phone back, and I will do everything in my power. I should be releasing a bunch of awesome live videos that are still locked as private, that are finally uploading now that I'm back at my house on Wi-Fi, a strong Wi-Fi connection. But I mean, any help you can offer, reaching out to the West End Fairgrounds Association. If you know anybody at Camp Punksylvania, that's staff, volunteer, organizers, or any of the nonprofits that were involved, and they're still up there or in the area, or they have to be back up in that area anytime soon, today, tomorrow, on and on and on, I would be forever grateful. I would platform anybody. I'll interview you. I'll put it out there. I'll share it. I'll thank you a million times, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. And if you want to be on the internet, or I can promote your cause or your channel or your band or whatever, I'm here. So I'm thinking, there's so many, just the general, you share on Facebook groups, if you use Facebook, or groups on LinkedIn, or whatever it is that is your main platform or your most followers. If you could please, strategically reach out to the punk rock communities in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, the regular community in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, anybody tied to the West End Fairgrounds Association in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, anybody tied to that association, whether it's national or just local there, anybody tied to the New Jersey punk rock community, certain areas of New Jersey, because that was a lot of the bands were from New Jersey and the Shore and Jersey City and all over. A lot of the bands were from Long Island, and individual performers. A lot of the bands were from, New York City in general, all the different boroughs. They were from New York State. They were from upstate. They were from Pennsylvania. They were from different areas of Pennsylvania. A lot of them were local in the Poconos in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, in that general area. There was also a lot of people that were, in whatchamacallit, sorry, I forgot a state, Connecticut. And then there's people from Minnesota and all over the country, but primarily it was those 4 states, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. Anybody that could help me get this phone back, especially tech people, if you know of a simple way with a dead phone that was pinging from a certain area, because we know that different government agencies, hackers, tech people, people with tech experience, inside hope, I'm hoping somebody non-nefarious, obviously. I don't want somebody to find my phone and do kinds of crazy shit to it or expose my personal data. But at this point, even if that's a risk, who cares? Everybody knows who I am. It's not like I don't have public accounts. Just apparently calling for democracy and justice and accountability and to genocide and war in general. And, putting those resources into the people makes me an enemy of the state. Almost in any administration, but particularly and extremely in this administration. That is not to say that there's not problems with all the other administrations, that Trump is not some aberration, came out of nowhere. It's a long time coming in this failing empire. But anyway, I implore you, I beg you to please help me look for my phone. Help me locate my phone. Put pressure on anybody. And also just politely ask anybody. However, do what you do best, is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to start any problems. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or annoy anybody. I am trying to get my phone back. So whatever it takes, please help me. Please help at Punk Rock Politics 911, which, by the way, is my handle on not just YouTube. And please subscribe to all so you get updates when I do these awesome events, my live feeds. I don't often have time to announce them or schedule them ahead of time. So they just happen when they happen. And that's a mistake that I wish I could have had time to fix before this whirlwind at Punksylvania 2026. But I will be editing those videos as soon as I get a chance. But it's very difficult without my phone. And I have to spend time while I still have Meta Verified and a couple of free perks that allow me to get more views and share more and share in different ways across social media I have right now that I have to cancel in days. So please help me find my phone in Gilbert, Pennsylvania at the West End Fairgrounds, or reach out to people that might have it. I'm offering a reward for anybody that helps. Please help me. Please reach out to the community. Please share this video on all your social media, no matter where you're from, because you have connections with people from all over, and share it with anybody that could be helpful. And if you know people that would be genuinely, like, really want to help, that are involved, volunteers, staff, anybody, and you know them personally, or know somebody that does, with Camp Punksylvania 2026, please reach out to them. And if you know anybody that would help, that's involved with or knows somebody in the West End, the West End Fairground Association in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, or whoever that organization works in anywhere in Pennsylvania, or if it's connected to other organizations in other states or the regions of Pennsylvania, or all of those things, or across the country, please, I'm begging anybody that can help me find this phone, help me find this phone. I try to be a good person. My whole life I've been working to help others, even when I thought these things wouldn't impact me. And I was good. I was safe from a lot of the things that are happening now. I mean, a lot of them are starting to affect me personally, but I always cared about people, and it wasn't just for personal gain. Never was. Actually, it never had. I mean, I made many sacrifices knowing that I could have a wealthy life being a sellout. I don't do that. So you're not just helping some guy who needs his phone back and is going to do bad things or is selfish or won't be appreciative. You're helping somebody that would promote you. Thank you genuinely first. And if you want any help that I could offer with my viewership or my channel, you will get it and then some. I promise you that. I swear on my son. Which, by the way, this Bad Religion shirt is older than my 19-year-old son. Who I love very much. Love you, bud. Anyway, if anybody can help me find my phone, please reach out to me at Punk Rock Politics 911 on Facebook, on Instagram, on Threads, and on a few other social media accounts. This has been a whirlwind. I became a journalist in a very short period of time and started getting access to things I never even thought I would ever have access to in my whole life. Thought my opportunities had all dried up and I was completely screwed. I do this for my dog who has stage 4 cancer. I do this for my son, who had a long, lengthy, ridiculous custody battle over. I do this for my parents. I do this for my family, the few that actually cared about me or still do. Hey, Jackie, I hope you're feeling better, cuz. I'll talk to you soon when all this whirlwind is over. I'll call you in between our break when I can. I know you go to bed early. I hope you're feeling better and better every day, and to figure out what's going on with all the different things you're dealing with. I mean, I guess while I said that, to all my friends who have passed, I miss you dearly. I wish you were still here. To all my friends that are still here, if you see this, please share it everywhere. If you just see this and you're a decent human being, please share it. I mean, when I say everywhere, please share it a few times on all your social media accounts, especially if you could target people in those 4 states that are specifically in the Poconos, in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, Gilbert, anything to do with the West End Fairground Association, or anything to do with Camp Punksylvania that could get the word out, because I really need all the help I can get. Thanks to everybody who made it possible for me to be there. Now, I hope the community can come together and help me find my phone or get it back in some way, wherever it is or whoever has it. Please, for the love of God. Although I'm not really personally a believer in God anymore, but whatever. Please help me get my phone back. Please, please, please. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Take care. Hi, Chris Cornball. Thanks for joining. You're probably not there anymore, but whatever. Hi, Moisags. It just says I don't know what that means. Do you want to wrestle? Hulk Hogan tights. And Jorge N4 times 3D said hi. Thanks for joining, guys. And if you could help, it'd be much appreciated. Love y'all. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Please help me get my phone back. Please help me get my silver Samsung or titanium colored, whatever you want to call it. It's like a silver titanium color Samsung with 5 lenses and 3 big obvious lenses. Back to me, it was in a red and black case. I need your help. Please, please help. This, again, is not just for me. This is for my family, my son, my dog even. I try to earn a living to help get better treatment for my dog who has stage 4 cancer. And everybody loves my dog. I mean, everybody literally loves my dog in the neighborhood, all over the place, kids, adults, seniors, everybody. He's a sweetheart, and I trained him to be a sweetheart, but also be protective. And he's only protective if somebody tries to threaten anybody that he cares about. He's a loving dog. He's a sweet dog, and we can't really afford the treatment to keep him going much longer. Never really could, but I'm not going to get into the amount of debt we're in because of that. But like, I need this phone to help the bands. I have so many awesome, high-quality recordings that I captured on that phone of bands, of interviews with vendors from this weekend alone, and from people before that I've never had a chance to release. From the Make Polluters Pay, passing out of the Senate committee. It's basically the Environment and Budget Senate Committee for the state of New Jersey. People are putting pressure to get that passed this budget season before June 30th, 2026, to make sure that it's in the 2027 budget. It actually saves New Jerseyans money. It makes polluters pay. And it could stop a lot of the funding cuts that are being targeted to the most vulnerable people. So that's important. I could go on and on. I'm pretty sure I might even have interviews with people from the Power to the People of New Brunswick campaign, that happened this primary election. It I can't even go on. There's signal chats, there's private data on there that's important. Other people's data, things that I did that I haven't finished, that are almost done to help others, that I won't get into the detail of because I don't have the time. Please share this, and please help me get my phone back in any way you can. Sharing alone is a big deal. If you want to call the West End Fairgrounds Association in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, and see if they'll call you back because they haven't gotten back to me. Maybe they're busy. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but maybe if they get more messages, they'll realize they have messages they're not getting back to because, who knows? They could be sick. They could have a family emergency. They could be overwhelmed with the events of this weekend. There's all kinds of reasons. I'm not blaming anybody or mad at anybody. I'm just trying to get my phone back before it's too late, before it gets crushed by a tractor trailer, or, somebody picks it up and fucking throws it in the middle of the street just because because people are weird sometimes, whatever it may be. So please help Punk Politics get his phone back. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.